But when the Israelis pick up guns, or the Poles, or the Irish, or any white man in the world says, give me liberty or give me death, the entire white world applauds. When a black man says exactly the same thing, word for word, he is judged a criminal and treated like one, and everything possible is done to make an example of this bad nigger so there won't be any more like him. What the American public has always tried to do is to accommodate me into a system which is always meant my death. They want me to become an accomplice to my own murder. That is what you really mean by integration.
It needs to be said. It needs to be heard. Do you understand? Do you see the purpose? It needs to be said. It needs to be heard. Do you understand? Do you see the purpose?
Are you anti-cop?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so anti-cop.
There needs to be a reform.
The way the cops are here now, yes, 100%.
And I'm not with the whole, but there are good cops, I don't care. It's like that thing that Chris Rock said, we need all pilots to be good. I need the plane to land.
I don't think this much negligence is allowed in any other type of field.
So, if there are good cops, not that I've seen any, then I assume that they would want to be a part of the reform and make things right.
I would say that I'm anti-cop because I'm anti the establishment that created them.
But cops were also directly founded on racist values, and their job at one point was to catch black slaves who escaped.
So technically, they're not corrupt. They're doing everything that they should be doing. So I'm anti that.
If you could literally kill someone over a $20 bill, I don't know what they would do to me.
Being black is priceless, and that's why every death that happens, it's more than just the person, yo. You're taking away our wealth. You know what I'm saying? You're taking away one voice, and that voice is powerful. Every life is powerful.
And this is for black people because white people can get away with this. All right, so I forgot to put on my indicator. Now I have a gun pointed at me. If my tail light is broken, maybe give me a ticket. That shouldn't result in death,
Cops are just used as this threatening militant force. If you do something bad, the cops are gonna get you. Let's really look at why these people are doing bad things. It's because they don't have resources. It's because they don't have any money. They're stealing because they need food for their fucking kids, for their families, for themselves, because they can't afford it. Why do you think they're robbing people? Let's address that first, and then we can fix the whole problem of people stealing.
When you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them.
Who do you consider an ally?
An ally to me is someone that is consistently doing the work and not becoming complacent.
A lot of the times, allyship can seem very performative.
There is no fence. You can't be on the fence of anything. So
A lot of people, they're I support these protests, but when you're hurting other businesses, that's when it's a problem. When you're destroying property, that's the problem. Y'all don't get it. And do you understand why that's happening? These businesses were built off of our sweat.
It's the way our society is built, and so you have to be actively doing the work every day. It's not just a one-day thing. It's not just I went to a few protests, I'm good. This is going to be years and years and years and years and years of decolonizing this nation.
Because we don't get a break. We're restless. We've been restless, There's privilege and it being temporary for you.
me as a black man, if I say Black Lives Matter, okay, I'm black. But if a white person says Black Lives Matter, it's well, why are you saying that? It's well, because. And then from there on, allies are usually in spaces where they don't have to be allies. That's why they're allies.
Simplest thing you can do is to speak up. You're saving our lives. You're saving us. And it's not like saving in terms of like we need a savior. It's saving because most people don't want to hear us. They don't care about what we have to say. And maybe they might care about what you're saying.
I mean, that's why when someone asks me about violence, I just find it incredible. What it means is that the person who's asking that question has absolutely no idea what black people have gone through, what black people have experienced in this country since the time the first black person was kidnapped from the shores of Africa.
We're not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be in America. This is not for us. We were stolen and brought here and built here, then told to go back where we came from. I wish that it was possible.
I've been thinking a lot about how this country really needs to focus on like becoming decolonized, because everything that this country is founded on is very, like, there is so much generational trauma. Both sides have to do the work. Like, black people have to heal, but also white people have to heal, because they have to realize that, like, in some way they're contributing to like this structure that is still in place.
Black people deserve to be treated like human beings. Like, that's the bottom line.
It's long overdue, and at this point, you know, as much as we want it to be peaceful, and for the most part it is, I'm glad to see that there's more of a fight now. I'm proud of that.
It's a struggle to constantly having to repost or to like actually say to you that we matter, because it's like why what's not clicking in your head? Like, you're seeing these bodies dropping. What is not clicking?
You have to think about like how ridiculous of a statement that is at first. Like, why are we in a country where I need to say that? Me saying that is controversial. It's a political statement. I'm saying that people, a human being's life matters. Like, I have to say that.
People who experience the most violence are dark-skinned people and people with like type 4 hair, like kinky hair, like afro hair. Because it's those features that are the most rejected in society.
I think about all the, popular names that we know, like Eric Garner, Philando Castile, Trayvon Martin. And I'm like, what did these people do to deserve to die? Nothing.
And that's what I mean when like people, like, once you know, you can't not know it. You can't be ignorant after. If you are, then you're consciously being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Once we have that awareness, it's all about you creating that change for yourself as an individual.
For me to feel okay with my son going out and doing his thing without me feeling like because of his skin color, something could potentially happen to him. For every black boy and girl and man and woman to feel safe, and if something happens, it's not because I'm black. The biggest dream is for us to realize that we have the power. We, not us divided, us united. We have the power. And they know that. So, let hope be the last to die.
I have hope. I have hope because I am gonna be fighting. I know my friends are gonna be fighting for me, with Mia. So I have hope. I think that there's potential for a lot of great change. I just think that people need to not become complacent, and that is my biggest fear.